John Razimus here. Huff Paranormal is an interesting channel on YouTube I've been watching for, off and on for, I believe, possibly 2 years? When did he start? Yeah, I've been watching this for at least 2 years. He started in 2012. More and more, it seems like he is a spokesman for these spirit boxes and a spokesman for these spirit apps. Apps created to talk to the dead. It looks like the latest app is called Ethereal. He uses many exclusive apps, and it's a no-brainer that they would use Steve Huff to advertise their product. I've never been to his website, though. Let's check out his website. I've never been here before. But this video isn't to check out his website. This video is to do a response to a video that he posted. Okay, portals for sale. This is the first time I've ever clicked this. See, these are all custom made by hand. That's what I know from watching his videos. And it looks like it's sold for, we're talking $1,100 or more, a lot of money. Not the average ghost hunter hobbyist that watches a couple seasons of Ghost Hunters on TV, but we're talking someone that really wants to up their game beyond a 99-cent app. He most definitely has someone make these for him, and he probably makes some himself or tweaks them himself. And so, you know, if this is his livelihood, I'm sure he's not making millions off of this, but it's definitely interesting. It's a technology that I'm on the fence of because I would say this is close to a Ouija board. Before I do a response to this video, I'm of the opinion that spirit boxes are a communication device, obviously, between this dimension and the spirit dimension, whatever dimension that is, most likely the closest one. And since we are on the 3rd/4th dimension, that higher dimension would be the 5th dimension. And the lowest, most negative entities would reside logically on the lowest dimension, which would be ours, or perhaps because they're spirits, the 5th dimension is the lowest. But I believe using these is not much different than a Ouija board, to be honest. And why would these not be much different than a Ouija board? I'll tell you why. I believe there's an unwritten law in the spirit dimension which says, do not communicate with living humans unless you have extreme approval to contact and say goodbye to your dearest loved one. Other than saying goodbye to your dearest loved one, I believe regular communication is forbidden. And I believe the only entities that break that unwritten law are going to be negative entities. Trickster entities, entities posing as dead humans when really they're demonic entities, negative entities, evil entities. So let's take a look at this video. I watch his videos from time to time, and I noticed if you go far back enough, he's pretty agnostic, yet he's receiving communication from entities. He does recognize and believe, or at least lets the YouTube viewer believe, that he believes in spirits. As far as what I can tell, he does believe in spirits based on this video alone. But it's hard to say. All I can say is this. The TV show Ghost Hunters, the people that do this professionally, the people that he probably was inspired by, the Ghost Hunters guys, those guys, as far as I know, are extremely atheistic, extremely disbelieving of the spirit dimension. And if you don't believe something exists, looking for it is a joke. It's a dramatic acting effect. I don't believe that's what he is doing. He seems to be pretty genuine, but here it is. He's using a Ouija board. So he does use Ouija boards. Now, in my opinion, only negative entities are allowed to use Ouija boards, because of the unwritten rule where dead humans aren't really allowed to communicate to living humans, except for possibly if they're granted permission to say goodbye to their dearest loved one. That's a personal opinion of mine. Obviously, I cannot prove it. He has personally said, no, they're not demons. They're not demons. Let's take a look at how many times he uses demon in the title. The Ouija Demon and Possession Myth. Okay, so he puts the word demon next to myth. Let's see what else we got. The one I am going to do a response to. Horrific, another demon attack. So he admits demons do exist and do attack him from time to time because it said another. Spirits, ghosts, demons. Speaking clearly. Demonic spirit box. Steve Huff gets attacked by entity while filming. These entities that talk to him, they say stuff like the devil is coming. And they use the word demon from time to time. If you watch any number of his videos, you're going to know that these entities use the word demon and hell on a regular basis. Even ask Steve Huff yourself. If you get a response from him, he will confirm this, but you can watch many of his videos and you can see for yourself that these entities do use the word hell and demon for effect to scare. Let's just do a quick review of just 1 minute of this video. This is simply an excerpt, fair use. This channel is youtube.com/Huff Paranormal. So check it out yourself, check out the full video, but I'm just going to do a response to a segment of this video.
Everything went black. Even with my eyes open, it was just black. And what I saw after that is the reason I'm making this video today.
So this video is about a demonic attack that really shook Steve Huff.
You guys know me as a guy in the paranormal who's all about positivity, about love, about light, about helping spirits and lost souls.
Okay, he said he's about positivity and light. Now, I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm sure he is a very positive person. But he said specifically helping spirits. Now, I've watched many of this guy's videos, and they're very entertaining, and they're very interesting. And it's definitely a science that real science doesn't want to touch because it's too scary for mainstream science. So it's definitely an underground science that, if true, is groundbreaking. But in no way, shape, or form has he helped any spirits. Has he said, go to the light? First of all, telling a demonic entity to go to the light, and in my opinion, as I said, the entities that are going to communicate through these devices based on the unwritten law are going to be demonic negative entities, tricksters. And he tells them, go to the light, go to heaven. These demonic entities are going to be like, oh, okay, yeah. Thanks for helping us. We'll go to the light. Yeah, oh, you're such a wonderful person. And I'm not joking. The demonic entities actually say stuff like this. They say stuff like, oh, thank you. You're a blessing. Oh, heavenly thanks. They actually say crud like that because they're freaking tricksters. At this point, demons know that they can communicate to this guy through these boxes. And I don't know if he hypes it up. I don't know if he exaggerates. All I can do is take it at face value and assume that his transcriptions of what they're saying is real. Let's just click on a random video. Click on a random middle part of a video. Don't forget to play Slitherio. Not from Huff. Yeah, these entities constantly say his name, proving that they're talking to him. Will you help me? They pull total BS to this guy, asking him for help. He says he's known for helping them, but I just want to give you a newsflash, Steve Huff. You're a good guy. You have positive intentions. And don't get me wrong. Nothing you're doing is evil, but it's misguided. You cannot help demons. All you can do by communicating with a demon is be tricked by one. When it comes to demons, the only way to win against a game versus a demon is a quote from the movie War Games. The only way to win against these entities is to not play. Do not play the game, and they can't win. Do not contact them, and they can't trick you, at least as easily. Most definitely, they can still tempt you. When you're actually communicating with them, they can totally screw with your head, totally trick you, and totally manipulate you if you believe what they're saying. They're total liars. They're going to tell you they're your dead relatives, a dead famous person, this, that, here, or there. That is, if these devices even work. I suspect some of these devices, I don't know if his, but some of them just play random radio waves and you'll get random words from random DJs. But the ones that do work, if they are saying, will you help me? I guarantee 100% it's a demonic entity. Let's continue.
And unfortunately, I feel that all of this trying to help these souls.
You're not helping them. You're talking to demons, and they're tricking you into thinking they can be helped. They're tricking you into thinking they are ghosts of humans. Ghosts of humans do exist, but in my opinion, they're on a slightly higher dimension. Like I said, the fifth is probably the demonic dimension. Perhaps 5.5, perhaps 6. We don't know how the universe is broken apart, obviously, but perhaps 7th. All I can say is ghosts of humans are a little bit higher at least. Even the worst humans are a little bit higher than demons, because demons are a million times more evil than Hitler. That's just an example of how evil the nicest demon is. A million times worse than Hitler. Let's continue.
Has resulted in kind of me getting in trouble.
So he's getting in trouble from trying to help the ghosts of humans. First of all, you're not helping anybody. These demons are tricking you into thinking you're helping them. Let's continue.
On the other side, now to some of you this may sound like bullshit.
I'm not going to say BS. Some people will say that. Some of the comments will say, wow, he disabled the comments. I believe I might have even left a comment, but I did remember a lot of comments. There must have been a lot of people calling BS on this. Now, I'd say this sounds like a true story. Let's continue.
Nonsense, and if that's the case, just turn it off. I'm speaking from my heart. I'm telling the truth of what happened. And as you can guess, I would never leave this field for any reason. But when I feel like my life's in danger, and it is, I feel I need to cut loose.
So he was attacked by 3 demons, and he goes into a little bit of detail here. He feels his life is in danger. That's pretty scary stuff, if he believes it. I can tell you one thing, Steve Huff. Negative entities can screw with your head. They can screw with your spirit. They can screw with your dreams. They can screw with your consciousness. They can screw with your subconsciousness. They can screw with your fears and things like that. But they can hardly do anything to the physical world. Know this, you're a billion times more powerful than them in the physical world. So while they rule their little 5th dimension, which they can drop down into our 3rd, 4th dimension, they can attempt to rule this and that here and there. But we have the power of the physical world. So don't be too afraid of them. Demons are kind of like thugs. They are going to promise they're going to beat the crap out of you, and they'll spiritually do it, and they'll do it in your dreams and whatnot, but they really can't actually hurt you. They can only psych you out. Don't let them psych you out, but it looks like they didn't psych you out too bad because you have posted, a good 20 videos after this video. So let's continue.
At least for a while. Who knows? But after everything went black.
This is the event. He was on his couch. His wife was sitting in a chair or the couch, and he just passed out, and everything went black. He basically left his body. In my opinion, the demonic entities pulled him out of his body. You have to be in a really relaxed state for this to be possible, and that's what happened. They waited for him to be in a relaxed state, pulled his spirit out of his body, even if just a few inches. That's far enough for you to see their astral plane. These demons obviously follow him. They obviously contact him on a regular basis. And I'm going to tell you one thing right here now, Steve Huff. You're a good guy. You seem very positive-minded. You're #1 in the Spirit Box game on YouTube. No one's going to deny that. But the 3 demons that attacked you are the same demons pretending to be human ghosts on the Spirit Boxes. I could tell you that. The 3 demons that attacked you, Steve Huff, are the same 3 demons in your boxes talking to you, asking for help. They're total fraud, total liars. The same thugs that punched you spiritually 3 times in the chest are the same thugs tricking you on a regular basis, feeding you lines that you want to hear. They're saying total BS to you. Let's see the type of stuff they're saying to you.
Hello?
We're out here, and those are the same 3 dudes that punched you in the chest, if not 1. It's really hard to say if they're 3 or 1. When it comes to spirits, they can really pull a mind game and make themselves greater and bigger than they are. Let's continue.
Everything went black. And the next thing you know, all I remember is seeing translucent spirits in the blackness flying.
Okay, so he's in a black state, a black place. he sees translucent spirits flying in a circle, 3 of them, and there's an opening in between them. Now, I have personally been to this black place. I didn't see the spirits. I saw the black place, though. I was conscious and saw the black place. I've actually seen it multiple times. I'll talk about that in the future. It's a place that actually exists. It's basically where your spirit goes when you leave your body, if you're not dead, and if you're not even close to dying. It's a black veil, so you can't really see what's on the other side. It's a protective mechanism to protect you from seeing the astral plane, in my opinion. Let's continue.
Around kind of in a circle with an open circle in the middle that was just blackness. And these forms that were floating, they were very fluid. They didn't have any specific shape. They all looked different, but they were translucent and flowed like nothing I've ever seen. But they left the middle open. The middle, I saw 3 things coming towards me. They didn't have bottom halves, and they did not look good. They did not look nice, and the feeling I was getting was fear.
If you feel a fearful feeling, most definitely it's a demon, but he figures this out. What he doesn't realize is they're the same demons talking to him on these boxes. They're going to pretend to be Nancy. They're going to pretend to be anything. Anything to trick him.
And I don't fear this stuff. Oh, they come down super fast and they just punch me. One's in the chest, one's in the side. Third one comes down and chokes me.
Punches him in the chest, one in the side, and one chokes him. Now, I've been chokeholded by a demon, so I actually know how that feels. It doesn't feel good. It's extremely painful, but in a way you can't describe, because it's really not grabbing your physical throat. It's pretty much grabbing your spirit. It's pretty freaky stuff. Let's continue.
And I couldn't breathe. And in reality, I couldn't breathe either. And the other one was trying to rip my chest apart.
Now, demons trying to rip you apart in the astral, it's actually very common. People that practice Vodun in Haiti, they're pulled out of their body. And the first thing the demons do, almost out of a breaking the new guy in, is to rip him to shreds. Rip him apart, pull his head off. It's something that naturally happens. Demons love doing that upon first sight. When he leaves his body, or when he's pulled out of his body, for the first time ever, these demons that have been following him for years can finally punch him in the stomach, because he's a spirit just like them. I really wish Steve Huff would realize this, but I already know he's considered it and denied it and rejected it, based on the fact that I watched this whole video and watched his other videos. It's too bad that he denies it, but his faith in Jesus has increased.
I remember crying, and I said, and this is so unlike me, I'm not religious, I don't go to church, I don't read the Bible, but I do believe in a higher power. I believe in angels, I believe in a God, I do believe in Jesus. So I started begging for Jesus to come and help me. And within a second, I visibly saw the blackness moving. So half of my vision became black, and it was slowly moving out. And then I was seeing the light in the room again, because my eyes were open the whole time. So I saw the light appear in the room, and I sat up in tears, in shock. And I told Debbie, they're gone now. And she's like, who's gone? What is happening? She's freaking out. And I couldn't even talk to her about it without breaking down.
So he has come a long way. So I give props to Steve Huff for being positive. But to let you know, Steve, you're not helping any human ghosts. You're not helping any human spirits. You're only playing with demons that are tricking you. And that's the reality of the situation of what's going on. But your story is very interesting. I know that there's an unwritten law with human ghosts. They're not allowed to communicate with living people unless it's to say goodbye to their dearest loved one. That's the message I would like to leave with you. Demonic entities love mimicking the ghosts of dead humans. It's something they do. They've done it for a long, long time. They're very good at it. So one single demon can literally master the voice of 1 million people, literally master the voice of 1 million accents, put on the mask of a million disguises. It's what they do. Demons are spirit entities that sit around watching humans for perhaps a million years. If you don't think they have the ability to do this, then you don't know them very well. I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus with Occult Unmasked. Be seeing you.